Team Frankenstein, and congratulations
Thank you.
on your nominations. Since I'm a hair person, I just kind of want to get into that red wig a bit. So I know Mia Goth's unforgettable red wig stood out in the film, I think to everybody. One of my favorite visuals was when she was on the steps with that stunning cinematography, lighting, and choreography. The sepia tones created a painting-like effect with Mia as the vibrant and breathtaking focal point. I commend our director for that moment. It was just incredible. And I also like to commend that beautiful red wig. And Cliona, I'd love for you to talk and share I remember at the Bake Off you talked about how the construction, and it was quite unique. And I think the audience would like to hear about it.
It's a panel wig because you can't get hair that long. So it's 54 inches long, and Mia Goth is really tall. She's about 5'10". So I knew it had to be very, very, very long. And it's a series of ladders, sort of, if you will, that drop down the back of 36-inch hair each. And those panels were secured to her head under the wig, and a long wig that's about 36 inches over top to make the full effect.
I know you talked about the construction. Did you have to sew some of it to her costume?
No.
But I mean, if you go, when you go later today, go take a look at that red wig. It's quite stunning. Yeah, it was. I remember seeing that and thinking, oh my gosh, how'd you do that?
Nothing like live TV. The question I had watching this movie, we all grew up, everybody on this stage, everybody in this audience, grew up watching Frankenstein movies on TV. You can't get away from them. They are ubiquitous. Frankenstein movies have been made since the beginning of time, since the beginning of movies. I mean, really, back in the silent days. My big question is, you've made this epic film using everything we've got to work with in the 21st century and beyond. I think you even created some techniques to make this happen. Do you see any more Frankenstein movies in your future? Having that iconic character under your belt now and all that work, do you see, would you like to revisit it down the line? Or have you done it? Have you made the statement?
You know, I'm kind of happy with what we did on this film, actually. Yeah. Huh? Oh, we were told they were all on.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Right?
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you, whoever that was. What was that? Okay. Yeah. No. Obviously, to reimagine an icon like Frankenstein, both cinematic and literary, it took a lot of thought. And the way that Guillermo and I looked at it is, we envisioned that. It's probably not your question, but we envisioned that Victor is a very brilliant artist. So there's no way he's trying to make an ugly, put together creature. And we didn't want it to look. A lot of Frankensteins, as incredible as they are, can come across as a road accident victim who's been repatched and resewn. And we didn't want that. We wanted, when you walk into a room and you see this poor character there, we wanted it to feel that, oh no, this is man's hand. These are geometric shapes. Somebody planned this out, somebody graphed this out, almost colored by numbers. So that, a man did this diabolically, and it's not a repair job. And that was one of the things that Guillermo and I really wanted to show with this creature. And also, we really was keen on it looking like it stepped out of the 1800s. It wasn't to be a modern day movie monster creature. We wanted to look like if it was in a textbook, in a library, you'd think, oh, that's certainly a vintage looking, creature. So I don't know if that was your question, Jerry.
Absolutely, no, you hit it. And there's a wonderful specificity to that design, and it works, and I'm impressed. I've seen the movie a few times now, and I'm very impressed with the movement that you've got. You see the man in all states of dress and undress, and there's a wonderful latitude to that. It's more ambitious than damn near anybody has ever tried to do.
Well, the creature, he actually is wearing 42 silicone appliances from head to toe. but some of them are very small, obviously just scars and wounds and stitches. But you know, the makeup, as well as having all these rubber pieces, it was actually a paint job every day, and it took a long time. It took 10 hours with a few breaks, with 5 artists doing this makeup, with a very patient young actor. So the makeup took so long because it was a paint job. We had to remarble him every day, so to speak, you know, from head to toe, because I didn't want to cover him in too much rubber. I didn't want him, you know, if you're going to get a physique like Jacob Elordi, who's 6'5" with an athlete's body, you don't cover it up, because that's what Frankenstein was trying to make. So don't cover it up. I'm sure a lot of people were happy with that.
Thank you so much. And now Gigi.
Hello.
Could you each share your experiences in the film industry? How long have you been involved in filmmaking, and at what age or stage in your life did you realize your passion for creating imaginative worlds? And you've got a minute.
I think Jerry's already touched on it. I think everybody up here, and I'm sure most of the people in the audience, were inspired by James Whale's Frankenstein and the brilliant makeup.
No, I mean your life.
Jack Pierce. Oh,
Your life.
I'm going there. Jack Pierce's incredible makeup on Boris Karloff, and from the time I was a little kid, the first time I saw that movie, it was tattooed on my brain. it's, you know what I mean? And I can speak for all of us, I'm sure. So that's sort of how it started for me. And you know, sitting in the bathroom on the counter, the vanity with my feet in the sink when I was 8 years old, sticking latex on my face, cotton and tissue, and freaking everybody out in the house, fake wounds. I got into this when I was in my late teens, and started working in the business in probably '89.
Great. Now, working with such a talented director on Frankenstein must have been an incredible experience, and I'm honored to introduce Mr. Guillermo del Toro, who graciously accepted.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us.
No, I'm very happy to be here. I mean, by the way, some people know this, some people don't know this, but I am part of the guild. I was a makeup effects artist for a decade, and I studied same as Mike. I studied under Dick Smith, and he became sort of a father figure for me, and so I know what we do. I can mold, I can mother mold, I can demold, I can do alginate, I can do transfers, I can do basically everything, which makes me a torture for these guys.
Very dangerous.
Oh, I bet it does.
But by the way, I want to start by
take my brush away as many times as you have.
yes, but I want to start by saying this quickly. If the Academy goes with it, I am personally committing to financing starting the Walk of Fame for Jack Pierce for once and for all. I'll pay for every expense that the Academy needs to leave. It's about time he gets it. That's opening statement. But these guys are the best of the best, and I've worked with many of them for decades. And you know, we are truly family. In the best sense, I've been in Toronto almost 20 years, working in movies, and we have a philosophy that is that there is no departments really. Makeup and hair are production design. Production design is wardrobe. Wardrobe is cinematography. We are not creating separate fiefdoms. We are telling stories, and we're doing story and character. To give you an example, when I saw Cliona's wig, which was a few weeks before we started the motion to start shooting Mia's character as a mother, I called Kate and I said, give me a red train for the mother, that is like an umbilical cord, and the camera will trail behind it. I didn't know about the wind going sideways, by the way. But I said, that's gonna be echoed at the end with the red wig. So we are, and constantly we see what we can echo. And we are all storytellers, and so are you. Makeup effects, makeup, hair are not beauty things. They're storytelling devices. So you are storytellers.
Thank you.
Guillermo, I have to ask, would you like to revisit Frankenstein? Would you like to make a sequel or any other?
Fuck no. Oh, no, this is it. This is this. I've been 50 years to get to this. You know, I was born and put in this world to make this movie. This is, so, you know, it's like, I married the cheerleader. I want to go home. But if I may, this exhibit downstairs, and what we have this year here, is the thing that can save cinema, is to consider it a worldwide enterprise. There is not just one country that makes movies. Look at the people that we have in these panels today. They're from Japan, from Eastern Europe, from all over the world. We are a very, very dedicated minority of people that believe that you do things with your hands, that you punch hair, that you put your soul into every piece of clay. So remember, and when people talk about other things, I will not say the word A or I. But when people talk about all those things, they're not done by humans and should not be consumed by humans. You know, it is the difference between a bad old Twinkie and high cuisine. We are, and I must say, in this year, in this moment, the rarer our craft is, the less people want to do it, the more we should do it. The weirder, the rarer, the strangest, the less popular. That's what we want to keep alive. That's what commitment is.
Thank you so much. It's been a great honor to interview you guys. Thank you for being our special guest. All right, give it up for Frankenstein.